Have you ever walked away from a conversation and replayed every word in your head, wondering if people actually like you or if they respect you, or perhaps they were just being polite? Many of us convince ourselves that if people truly respected us, they would say it directly. They would praise us more often, include us in important matters, and notice our efforts consistently. But the reality is that respect does not always announce itself loudly. In fact, some of the strongest forms of respect are surprisingly quiet and subtle. If you are someone who tends to overthink social interactions, there is a good chance you have been missing these signs completely. Today we explore 7 meaningful signs that you are probably more respected than you realize. By the end of this reflection, you may come to understand that people have been seeing your true value long before you ever noticed it yourself. We often picture respect as something grand like applause, a big promotion, or a public compliment. Yet real respect hides in everyday behaviors and small moments that most overlook. It shows when someone pauses to consider your opinion because it genuinely matters to them, or when others trust you themselves. But that perception is rarely accurate. People listen attentively when you speak, not merely hearing the words but truly engaging with them. There is a clear difference between passive hearing and active listening. Have you observed how when you share an idea in a meeting or casual discussion, others stop what they are doing to focus on you? They might ask thoughtful follow-up questions or reference your points days or even weeks later. Your words could influence decisions without you even realizing their impact. Respect is not always about full agreement. As people can disagree yet hold deep regard for your perspective, the true indicator lies in the quality of attention given, because attention remains one of the most precious resources anyone can offer in our distracted world. People do not invest careful listening in voices they do not value. Consider how many opinions and conversations we ignore daily, without a second thought. If individuals consistently pay close attention to what you say, it is no coincidence. This behavior signals genuine respect and appreciation for your insights. Many respected individuals still struggle to feel valued because they fixate on minor imperfections in their delivery or things left unsaid. Meanwhile, those around them walk away impressed by the thoughtfulness and depth they brought to the conversation. Recognizing this pattern can shift how you perceive your own contributions. People frequently ask for your advice even on seemingly minor issues. We often dismiss these moments as simple friendliness, but they carry deeper meaning. When someone seeks your guidance, it reveals they believe your judgment holds real value, and that your perspective can help navigate their challenges. This applies across contexts like work projects, personal relationships, major life decisions, or emotional struggles. Humans naturally turn to those they respect for input because they trust the quality of thinking involved. Importantly, they may not always follow through on every suggestion, yet the act of asking itself demonstrates profound trust. Respect centers on this foundation of reliability rather than blind obedience. Take time to reflect on who reaches out to you during moments of uncertainty or before making key choices. You might be surprised to discover how often others have turned to you, indicating a level of respect that has been present all along. These interactions build quietly over time, showing that your voice carries weight in their lives. Dismissing them overlooks the quiet validation embedded in such requests, which speak louder than overt praise ever could. People remember the details of what you say long after conversations end. You might mention a favorite movie or book casually, and weeks later someone references it thoughtfully. Or you share a personal story, and months afterward another person brings it up in a relevant context. Even a passing concern you expressed can lead to someone checking in later to see how you are doing. These actions may feel insignificant at first, but they reveal something important. People invest mental space in remembering elements connected to those who matter to them. When others recall your thoughts, feelings, or experiences, it means your words created a lasting impression without any demand for attention. You earned a place in their minds through authenticity and substance. Consider someone you deeply respect in your own life and notice how naturally their stories, ideas, and lessons stay with you. Respect fosters this kind of memory retention organically. It transforms fleeting exchanges into meaningful connections that endure. This subtle sign often goes unnoticed by those who doubt themselves, yet it serves as powerful evidence of the positive impact you have on others around you. People trust you enough to share their vulnerabilities openly. This sign can be easy to overlook because it sometimes feels like a weight rather than admiration. When someone confides their fears, past failures, insecurities, or private struggles, it is worth pausing to understand why they chose you specifically. The reason often lies in the sense of safety and acceptance they experience with you. People open up to individuals they respect and feel will handle their revelations with care and without judgment. This level of openness represents one of the highest forms of respect possible, especially in a world where many feel constantly misunderstood or guarded. Trusting another with hidden aspects of oneself requires deep confidence in their character and empathy. If you find others approaching you in this way, recognize it as a meaningful compliment to your integrity and emotional intelligence. It highlights how your presence creates a supportive space that others value highly. Rather than viewing it as burdensome, see it as confirmation that your approach to relationships inspires confidence and reliability in those around you. Others become more careful and thoughtful in their interactions with you. This does not stem from fear but from genuine regard. They choose words more deliberately, take your feedback seriously, and consider how their actions might affect your view of them. Your opinion carries enough significance that they do not want to risk disappointing you unnecessarily. When people respect someone, maintaining that positive regard becomes important to them. Think about your own experiences where someone's approval or judgment matters deeply versus situations where it holds little influence. The difference is stark. If you have noticed this heightened mindfulness from colleagues, friends, or acquaintances, it reflects the value they place on your perspective and standards. This behavioral shift demonstrates respect through action rather than words. It shows that your presence encourages higher standards and more intentional communication in shared spaces. Over time, these patterns accumulate to reveal how much others calibrate their behavior around the esteem they hold for you. Even if it remains unspoken, people observe and draw inspiration from your actions, often without directly telling you. You may have influenced others through your habits, discipline, kindness, or resilience in ways that go unnoticed initially. A coworker might quietly adopt one of your effective approaches. A friend could apply advice you shared long ago, or a younger person looks up to your examples silently. Humans naturally study and emulate those they admire, borrowing elements of mindset and behavior that resonate with them. The creator of such influence frequently remains unaware because it happens organically through consistent living, rather than deliberate teaching. You might assume your efforts go unseen, yet people notice far more than they express openly. Sometimes this recognition surfaces years later in heartfelt conversations that leave you surprised by the depth of impact. This quiet watching and learning represents a profound form of respect that validates your authenticity and strength. Embracing this sign helps counter feelings of invisibility, reminding you that your daily choices ripple outward meaningfully. People actively seek your presence because it enhances their experiences. This goes beyond mere entertainment or social obligation. They invite you to gatherings, include you in plans, reach out regularly, or choose to sit near you because your company adds something valuable and meaningful. In a busy world full of distractions and choices, the consistent decision to spend time with you speaks volumes. It reflects that your energy, insights, or simply being there improves the atmosphere and connections for others. This form of respect transcends achievements or charisma, rooting itself in genuine appreciation for who you are. It demonstrates through repeated actions like checking in, remembering occasions, or prioritizing shared moments. For those prone to questioning their worth, recognizing this pattern can be transformative. It shows respect woven into the fabric of relationships through consistency, trust, and attentive presence rather than grand gestures. What if you have been measuring respect through the wrong metrics all along? Instead of waiting for loud declarations or constant praise, consider the quiet evidence present in conversations, shared vulnerabilities, remembered details, thoughtful interactions, and invitations. Most people express respect through behavior rather than explicit statements. The next time self-doubt arises, pause to examine these patterns objectively instead of defaulting to fears. The respect you seek may already surround you, demonstrated daily in subtle yet powerful ways. Once you start noticing these signs, a powerful realization emerges. You were never as overlooked as your inner critic suggested. Your value has been acknowledged and appreciated more than you knew, quietly shaping positive dynamics in the lives of those around you. Embracing this perspective fosters greater confidence and deeper connections moving forward.